everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Rita. So today I wanted to do a bit more of like a fallish inspired makeup look, and this is what I came up with. I really love it. All of this makeup was used from my little travel makeup bag. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave it linked down below. So before we get into the video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. All you need to do is hit this little red button down here, and also be sure to hit the little bell so you get notified every single time that I upload. I do post twice a week. Let's get right into the makeup, and this is going to be my very first video, makeup related after my surgery, so I'm still a little bit awkward with my smile as it is still not there. So if I look a little bit funny on top of, still recovering, that's another reason why. So anyway, I've got my makeup laid down in front of me, and my baby Remus decided to sit down and take a nap right on top of my brushes. So that'll be fun. So the very first thing that I would do is, of course, wear a more hydrating and more glowed primer. But you can probably tell right now my face is extremely glowy right now, so I don't need any extra glow. Somehow, after the surgery, my face became normal, came from normal to dry to oily. I'm not sure how long this is gonna take to go away, but I've heard that that's happened to people. But it does go away, and your kind of like skin type goes back to whatever you had previously from the surgery. So although I'm enjoying the glow, I am definitely preferring my normal to dry. So for foundation, I'm gonna be using the CoverGirl Clean Fresh. I just want a more light base, since this is going to be just kind of like an everyday makeup, and I've got my It Cosmetics brush. I'm gonna start applying this all over my face. For concealer, I'm just using the Hourglass Vanish. I've got mine in the shade Apricot, which actually does not match me as good anymore, but I don't think I'm gonna purchase or repurchase anytime soon, because I do still have some product there, and I am going to be buying a new concealer in the Sephora BAB sale that's coming up. So now I'm just blending in with my Fenty, my Rare Beauty brush. I normally don't powder my full face, but since I've got a lot of oil going on, I'm going to be using powder across the board all over my face. So as you can tell, I am very oily. All of this is from my skin, which is it just blows my mind, because I get this kind of oil or shine whenever I use a more glowy primer, something like the Wonder Glow or some others that I have in my collection. So this is definitely a surprise. I've heard that could happen, but I didn't think it was actually going to happen, but apparently it did. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and powder around my eyes, a little bit on my nose, and my forehead. I think I'm gonna leave my cheeks as they are. And for my under eye powder, I'm gonna go into my Hourglass palette, and I'm gonna mix the two top shades up here. I am super excited to get my new Hourglass palette, the one for this year. I really love mine. This is my second one that I've purchased, and I'm just basically waiting on the Sephora BAB sale, which actually is gonna be this weekend whenever this video comes up. I'm pretty sure this video is gonna be up the weekend or the week of the Sephora BAB sale. I'm not going to be able to film right away what I got from the sale, because I am in Mexico still, and my products are gonna arrive home in the US. So that's another reason why I haven't filmed my Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. I did buy the 4 new shades, and I am so excited to open them and try them and do a video for you guys, but I'm just not there, so I don't have them with me. They're sitting pretty in their box in my vanity, waiting for me to come back home and review them. I'm gonna be using as the bronzer kind of like with a more precise brush. This one right here in the palette. This is the only product that I brought with me as my face products in this trip. For this trip, for the very first time, I wanted to condense my makeup, which was probably the time that I shouldn't have done that, and I brought very little things with me, because every time I come to Mexico, I bring way too many makeup and I end up not using it. But this time that would have been a good thing, but I didn't do it. But who could have predicted I overstayed in Mexico for, reasons that I didn't really have my car with me. My husband kept the car and he has not been able to pick me up. And I also have a wedding coming up in a couple of weeks. So it wasn't really much of a deal because I still had to come back pretty soon to go to this wedding. So I guess in the end it kind of worked out, except for the only thing that didn't work out as good was the makeup. Because this makeup that I have with me, it's going to be the makeup that I wear at the wedding. So I'm gonna have to squeeze the best out of these products. This would not be my ideal picks for the wedding, but we'll definitely make it work. Highlight is going to be the one on the very corner, and I'm just going to use my regular highlighter brush, and I'm gonna apply on the normal areas where I usually highlight. Switching brushes, I'm gonna go for the more mauve-y blush out of the palette. So we've got a more coral and then the more mauve-y. So I'm just going to use the mauve one since we are officially in fall. Not that I feel that it's fall here, because Tampico is always pretty hot. We get like 1 or 2 days of cold, so it is definitely not even chilly yet. I brought you in a little bit closer so we can do the eye makeup. So the only eyeshadow palette that I brought with me was the Natasha Denona, the Camel palette, which by the way, this is on sale right now for $24 on the Sephora site. So this is something that I absolutely love and I highly recommend you pick up, even if it was not on sale. So right now, with the value of $24, it is a pretty good steal, and I would highly recommend you pick it up if you like the more brownish neutrals, which honestly, who doesn't? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use the middle shade right here, which is going to be called Safari, and I'm just going to blend this all over my crease with my Makeup by Mario brush. I only brought an individual shadow with me, which is the Rose Gold by Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm going to use this Fenty beauty brush and I'm going to just apply this all over my lid. I'm gonna blend the edges with the first brush that I used. Going back to that Safari shade, the one in the middle, I'm just going to apply this on my outer V. I'm gonna switch to a more precise brush and I'm gonna go into the darker shade in the palette. So this one is gonna be called Sand. And I'm just going to start applying this as a very thick eyeliner. I'm not gonna wing it, I'm just going to apply a line on my upper lash line. I'm gonna switch to a thicker, more precise brush and I'm just going to start blending the shade. I want it to be a thicker, just brown shade and just a little bit more, kind of like not too precise, just to bring a lot of that brown definition across the lid. And now with my pinky finger, I'm just going to go into the lighter shade in the palette and I'm just going to apply this to my inner corners. With the same brush that I was using, I'm gonna go into the very far out shade. This one is called Arostro, something like that, just the 5th shade. And I am going to blend this into my lower lashes. To finish up the eye look, I'm going to coat the eyelashes with the Marc Jacobs At Lash Mascara. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift pencil and I really love it. So mixing this with the ABH Brow Freeze have been my go-to for doing my brows. What I've been doing lately is I've been using first this and then to finish up the Brow Wiz, or I'm sorry, the Brow Frizz, which is supposed to be first this and then this one after. But I've kind of like bounced back between doing both methods to find out which one I prefer. I'm still not entirely sure. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start filling in my brows. To finish up my face makeup, I'm going to go ahead and spritz with the Airbrush Flawless spray, I guess, from Charlotte Tilbury. To fully finish up the makeup look, I'm going to be using the Pillow Talk in the shade Medium, so it's going to be Pillow Talk number 2. I actually own this lipstick. This one is not mine. This is my mom's. I didn't bring mine with me. I only have the Pillow Talk original with me. And just for comparison, let me show them to you side by side. So this is the original Pillow Talk and this one is medium. So if you're darker than my skin tone, this would probably be your perfect Pillow Talk. I'm pretty sure that's why she came out with a number 2 Pillow Talk. But for me, it just works beautifully for a more fallish lip. So let's go ahead and apply it. All done with the makeup. I really enjoyed doing this. I love this lipstick. This is probably one of my favorite lipsticks to bring out during this time of the year. I feel like it screams fall, and if you want to pair this with maybe like a bare eye and just go with mascara, I feel like it's still such a statement lipstick. Today I just wanted to add a little bit of eyeshadow just because I haven't really done my makeup in a very long time. And this kind of eyeshadow is what I would go for like a very daytime, or like, yeah, like a daytime smoky eye. This would be the kind of makeup for me to do. I just love every single one of these products. Again, everything that I used from this makeup is what I brought to Mexico with me. I do have a video of the makeup, every single item. I'll link it down below and leave a card at the end of the video. So if you like this video, as always, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and before you leave, go ahead and click this little red button that says subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!